Girl, God has so many plans for you, plans to prosper you, plans to give you hope and a future. That's Jeremiah 29:11. You just have to be positioned to receive it. Hey girl, hey, welcome back to my channel. I'm Sky.Onjahnae. If you are new here, I make faith, femininity, and self-development videos. If that's something you're interested in, then stick around, homegirl. Okay, one reason you are not elevating is because you may simply not be ready. Okay, and that's a hard pill to swallow. That's something I had to swallow, and a lot of people have to come to that realization in order to even be able to move forward. Because once you realize that you're not ready, first of all, you have to be okay with that. Okay, anything worth having, any type of elevation, any type of growth, it requires process. It requires some self-reflection. So the first step is realizing that you are not ready. And when that happens, then that's when God can come in and, mold you and start to do all the things and change you in the way that he needs you to in order to give you that future that he has planned for you. Let's say you want to be famous, okay? But when somebody says something that you don't like, or somebody assumes something about you, you get offended and you're ready to argue and go back and forth with them, and you're getting upset. You're not ready for fame, okay? Because that comes with fame. People feel like they know you and that they can say what they want, and because we're not ready, that keeps us from elevating. Because like I said, that's the first step. You have to realize what you can and cannot handle, and then you can work on those things and move forward. And that leads me into my next thing. You're not being patient, okay? You have to be patient with success, okay? Anything worth having, it takes some time. That's just what it is. So you can't, expect something to happen overnight, even in a couple months. Like sometimes things take years to happen because, again, like I said, you have to be positioned for it. You may not be ready. So there's a lot of molding and changing and mindset shifts that you have to go through, and you have to be patient through the process. That's one thing that God has been teaching me, is contentment in the waiting season. I'm still doing what I'm supposed to be doing, even though sometimes it could be stressful because I'm not seeing like the fruits of my labor as much as I would like to, but it's not what I like. It's not what I want. It's what he has me here to do. So be patient and, really enjoy the process, because when you get to that goal that you have for yourself and that God has for you, you're going to look back and be like, wow, like, look at what I did to get here. It's going to be that much more great. It's going to be worth it, much more worth it in the end. Okay, so these next two things, they are pretty much the same, but they're on two ends of the spectrum. One is under planning and the other is over planning. So when it comes to under planning, you pretty much will end up, procrastinating, being a little lazy because you feel like, okay, I only need to do this one goal, but you neglected that you had 20 other steps before you can even handle this one specific thing. So when you're under planning, like I said, you think that you have all of this time as well. So that makes you procrastinate, and you have these year goals. Say you have New Year's resolutions. November, October hits. Now you're scrambling, trying to get things done that was going to take you a year to achieve. Okay, you have to plan for everything. And when I say plan for everything, I don't mean every single specific detail, but plan according to the process. So if you have an end goal right here, what steps do you have to take to get there? We get lazy and we start procrastinating because we think we have so much time. Okay, Ecclesiastes 10:18 says, laziness will cause a roof to cave in, and negligent hands will cause the house to leak. So pretty much, if you're lazy and you're not taking care of the things that you're supposed to be doing, i.e. procrastination, you're bound to fail. Now you can also over plan, and that's when you plan every single tiny detail. Okay, let's say, I'm just using me when it comes to, my YouTube channel. When it comes to my outfits, I don't necessarily plan those because that's very trivial, okay? I pick my outfits out right before I'm planning. I don't need to worry about that because the point of the video is not the outfit. So what I do plan, I plan the title, I plan the thumbnail, I plan what I'm actually going to put into the video, because that's what's important. So when you over plan, you start to, get overwhelmed, because now you have this whole laundry list of things that you like, oh, I got to do all of this. And so you end up burning out because your mind is so focused on all of these things that you forget the end goal and you start focusing on all these trivial points that you think that you need to make. I plan like when I'm going to release these videos, that type of stuff. Not, you know, how I'm going to do my makeup, what outfit I'm going to wear. Like I said, those things are trivial. So you need to make sure that you're planning in a way that you hit all the points that you need to get to the end goal. Don't leave things out that are important, and don't put things that are unimportant into your plan. Another reason is you talk too much. Now, this was my thing. This was something I had to work on. God literally told me, shut up, don't say anything. But when you're talking too much, you don't know who is, you know, praying on your downfall, who's not genuinely happy for you, who doesn't care. You don't know any of those things. So when you're talking too much, it gives room for people to put their insecurities on you, put their doubt on you, make you believe that you cannot do all the grand things that you have planned. And trust me, I understand. You get excited, because that's me too. You get excited when, you know, things are happening and you're really putting the best foot forward towards your goals, and you want to share that with the people closest to you. But sometimes you just need to stay quiet until things are actually happening. Sometimes you don't even have to say anything. People will just start to notice it for themselves. And that's really what I'm really been doing. Like for these past few weeks, I haven't said certain things to anybody. Okay, it's just been me and God, and things have been happening. So stay quiet. Just, I know that people say all the time, move in silence, but that is so true, because like I said, you don't know who may be jealous of you. You don't know who may be doubting you. You don't need any of that. You don't need that negative energy. You don't need to be in those negative spaces. You need to focus. Another thing is, you're not going to God with your plans first, okay? We have all these grand ideas and all these big dreams. A lot of times that is God putting that in your mind, but you have to go to Him about it first. Like, okay, God, just to confirm that this is what you should be doing, and to allow Him to guide you. Sometimes we just get an idea and we go in and do. We have no idea how to start. We have no idea why we're doing. We just have no idea. We're just doing, okay? You have to take it to God, because at the end of the day, these are His plans for your life, okay? Your life is not your own. You are here to do what God put you here to do. He has a plan for everyone, and that plan is to prosper us, like I said in the beginning. So you have to go to Him with your plans. A lot of times, go to Him through whatever step. Like, okay, God, what am I supposed to do? Okay, God, how am I supposed to say this? Okay, like, involve Him in your plan. You don't just get these ideas out of nowhere. Like I said, a lot of times God gives you these ideas. So if He's giving you these ideas, it makes sense to go to Him, because He gave the idea to you. So He only knows the plans, and He's going to guide your steps. But on the flip side of that, you could very well be taking it to God, but it may not be in His will for you. It may not be a part of your purpose, part of your plan. So you could take these things to God, and you could still be working, and it could feel like, what are you doing? Now, don't get that confused with the enemy trying to attack you. You stay in communication with God, so that you know, okay, this is what you should be doing. But typically, it's going to be a strong urge. It's going to be impactful. It's going to be something that is good for the world. So taking it to Him and really, you know, sitting and having a conversation with Him about this will really help you decide, okay, it will give you discernment. Okay, is this my purpose? Or is this just something, a hobby that I want to do, okay? When you take things to God and it's actually in His will, nothing will stop it, okay? You will be able to push through, and even when things are not going your way, you're going to be able to still push through, because it's in His will, and you're taking it to Him, and you're aligning yourself with what He has for you. And like, just think about it. The most precious gift, which is a baby, it takes 9 to 10 months for it to form, okay? For babies to form. So think about that. Think about how things that are great, how long it took for those things to happen. Now, if you are trying to level up and, you know, reinvent your life the way I did, make sure you watch this video right here. Thank you all so much. If you made it all the way to the end, give me a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button. I will see you in my next video.